Hello everyone. AI agents are getting very popular these days. So what are AI agents? These are autonomous programs or assistants which can make decisions, perform tasks and automate the workflows. So if I'll talk about the components of the AI agents, so AI agent will have an LLM, large language model, which will make the decision. And then there should be integration with the different tools. Like if you want to search the internet, there should be an internet search tool. If you want to search the private files, then there should be an integration with storage accounts or the file shares. And if you want your agent to perform action, then the integration has to be done with the tool which can perform actions in your environment. So creating a custom agent with the integration with all these tools is a bit difficult, which anyways can be done. But now the important part is then you have to manage the underlying infrastructure for those agents or the tools as well as the security, which is often missed. To overcome this problem, Microsoft has introduced Azure AI Agent Service, which is in public preview. And using this service, now you can integrate the different tools without worrying about the underlying infrastructure as well as the security. Instead of spending days, now you can create agents within hours itself. Once your AI agents are ready, then you can create a multi-agent workflow in Autogen, which is Microsoft open source, which is a topic for another video. But in this video, we'll create AI agent and integrate it with the different tools and see how it works. Let me first show you the Azure documentation, which shows in which region this service is available and the different tools it can integrate it. So this is the documentation page for Azure AI Agent Service. And if you'll go to the overview, it provides what is Azure AI Agent Service and all the details. But what we are interested in is first the different models, which LLM models it supports, and which regions. So as you can see here, I will click here. So these are the different regions in which you can create the LLM model, and these are the different models. So if you create these specific models, then only you can use them as an Azure AI agent. And if you'll go to the how to and in the tools, then you will see the different tools which are available. If I'll talk about the knowledge tool, there is a Bing search which is available, so you can search the internet using it. Then there is a file search from the blob storage account and Azure AI search, using which you can implement RAG also. Now there are different action tools also, where you can create your own function and then you can call the function. OpenAI 3.0 specify tools or the Azure functions itself. In fact, you can use the Azure Logic apps, so you can create a complete workflow using which you can perform actions of the different Azure services too. However, Microsoft hasn't launched the agent playground in Azure AI Foundry yet, but soon it will be launched for public preview and then it will be available for everyone. But for this video, I'll be focusing on Python Azure SDK. I am in Azure portal now, and let's go to Azure AI Foundry and create a hub first. Let's create a new resource group, RG Hub, and I'll use the region West US because as you can see, when you go to the models and the region, there are only specific regions. So I'll use the West US. The West US shell in the hub 01 and it will connect the Azure OpenAI services for me. Review and create. When you create an Azure AI Hub, it creates the storage account as well as the credential. Storage account is for storing the data in the hub and Key Vault is for saving the credentials. Deployment is successful now. Let's go to Azure AI Hub. And from there, we'll launch Azure AI Foundry. And as soon as the Azure AI Foundry is launched, then it'll ask us to create a project. So we are creating the project with the default name. So let's create project. So the project is created and you can see the project connection string, which we'll use in the code itself. On the left side, if we'll go to the playgrounds, so there is a speech playground, assistant, images, real-time audio, language and everything, but there is no agent playground for now. and soon it will be launched. Then it will be very easy to create the agents and connect the different tools and add the function calling there. So for now, we'll use the coding approach here. And if we'll go on the left side, there is a models and endpoint. Let's deploy our model. So deploy the base model, and we want GPT-4o. So in the supported models, it's GPT-4o West US. So let's see if it's available. And perfect. It's available here. Let me just customize it, increase the tokens to 100K. And perfect. Let's deploy this. And now we have an endpoint as well as the key available for our LLM. So now to integrate the tool to our agent, we need the Bing service. So let's go to Azure portal and look for Bing resources. And when you click on add, there is an option with grounding with Bing search. So click there. I'll use the same resource group, RG Hub. Let's name it as Shalender Bing 01. And it's global region. So I'll use the grounding with Bing search. It's $35 per 1000 transactions. So it's all good. I'll accept it. And then you can provide the tags. That's all good. And I'll just create it. Bing grounding search is deployed now. And if we'll go to the resource, the manage keys which are available and you can open in the Azure AI Foundry portal. But let's go to Azure AI Foundry for this project itself. And then click on Management Center, Connected Resources, and click on Connection. And if you'll scroll down, there is an option of API key. So you have to provide the endpoint. So if we'll go to the Azure AI Service documentation and in the knowledge tools, grounding with Bing search, you can find the endpoint. So use this endpoint and then provide the API key. And click here to manage keys and copy the key. And let's name it as Bing itself. I'm not that creative, so all good. Add connection. Now our hub has connection to Bing search. Now let's go to the Visual Studio Code where I have already created the files. So let's go here. For the project to run, we require three settings. One is project connection string, which we can copy from here. If we'll go to the project overview, and there is project connection string. Just copy. Then the Bing connection name, which is Bing. And the model deployment name, which is GPT-4o. Now save this. Now the another file is, which I have created. To run this file, we need few packages. So if we'll go to the requirements.txt, so there are two packages which needs to be installed as a requirement. Azure AI Projects and Azure Identity. Azure Identity is definitely for your credentials. So connect AZ account. And I am now logged in. It's perfect. So if we'll go back to our Python file, so it's first importing AI project client, default credentials, and the Bing grounding tool. So what it's doing is it's making the connections, then initiating the connections. And for the agent, we are using the Bing tool to run this assistant. So first it's providing the agent details. So GPT-4o assistant it's using, and we can name it anything. So I'm not giving any system message, though you can define the context and provide a system message to it. First, a thread is created for the communication where all the user as well as the assistant messages are sent. So here I'm sending the user message. Should I take an umbrella in the Melbourne today? So it will check the weather, it will do the internet search and then provide the result. So it's just a single Bing search tool which I'm integrating. So it's just showing it now. But once this is tested, I'll show an integration with the Azure function, or you can call it as function calling too. So let's try this. But before that, let's create a virtual environment, Python exe, and it will create the virtual environment. And once the virtual environment is created, we'll activate it and then install all the required dependencies. So virtual environment is created. Let's activate it. Virtual environment scripts activate. And as you can see, virtual environment is activated. So now pip install -r requirement. So both the packages, which is Azure AI projects as well as Azure Identity, will be installed now. So it's installing the packages, will take some time. Perfect, all the required packages are installed. So now it's time to run our Python code. Python.exe and new.py. So we have already asked the question, which is, should I take an umbrella in Melbourne today? So it should first create an agent, then a thread, and then the messages in it. And then it will show the run status, and finally the messages in the end, which is user message and assistant message. So let's run this. So it's making a connection with the Bing and creating an agent, thread, message. Then it should show the run status. And it's finished, completed, and it deleted the agent. So there are thread messages, and the user message is, should I take an umbrella in Melbourne today? And the assistant, yes, it'll be good idea to take an umbrella in Melbourne today because of the weather and all. So it provides the required details with the grounding information that it got this information from the 13 sources. So that's really good. And now we don't have a dependency on the Google API, which is SERP API, or any other third-party APIs. Using the Azure AI Agent Service, we can use the Microsoft tools itself. In this case, we used a single tool with an agent. However, agent can integrate with the multiple tools. It can perform different actions, perform different tasks. So now there is another user function which is defined. You would have heard that sometimes LLM are not very good at math calculation. So what I've done is I've created a calculator app. So it's just doing a eval in the Python. So it'll just calculate. It's the user function. I've defined it here. So this is one function. So though you can define any type of complex function, so I've defined a very basic function. And then in the calculator tool, what I've done is I have created a tool set. So first it's creating a Bing connection and all that, and then it's making the function call. So as you can see here, from the user function, it's importing the user function, and it's creating a tool set. In the tool set, it's adding the Bing as well as the functions. And now in the instructions, I have clearly mentioned that you are helpful assistant, which will make its own decision whether to use a web search or the mathematical calculation based on what has been asked by the user. So now same way, it creates an agent, then thread, then messages, and finally it provides the output based on the user input. So in this case, I have asked you to calculate this maths task. So let's see. Now Python and calculator. So it will first create a connection, and then the threads, messages, and all the default things. However, the decision making will be in the backend, where it's deciding whether to use the calculator app or use the Bing search. And perfect, as you can see here, it didn't create a connection with the Bing here. Though in the previous case, it created a connection for the Bing. As you'll go up, first it started the Bing connection. In this case, it didn't. And the reason is because LLM has made a decision that I don't need to trigger that tool to perform this application. And that's perfect. So now you can see that how an agent can make a decision making and perform different tasks using the different tool set. And using the Azure AI Agent Service, now it becomes very easy to integrate the different Microsoft tools, Azure services, as well as the third-party tools. So that's all I wanted to show in this video. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.